The mystery of the ship. Chapter 1. The Discovery. It had been years since anyone had heard of the Eliza*, an ancient merchant ship that had disappeared without a trace during a treacherous journey across the Atlantic. The story of its loss became a ghost story told in hushed whispers around fires. But for Dr. Evelyn Carter, a marine archaeologist, it was more than a legend, it was a mystery waiting to be solved. One summer morning, Evelyn stood aboard the Nautica*, a state-of-the-art exploration vessel. The crew of the Nautica* had been scanning the ocean floor for years, looking for lost shipwrecks, but this one was different. They had uncovered a faint anomaly on the sonar, a large structure hidden deep beneath the waves. It seemed too large, too defined to be just a natural formation. "Captain, we need to investigate this," Evelyn said, her eyes lighting up with excitement. She was convinced this was the ship they had been searching for, the Eliza*. Captain James Reynolds, a seasoned sailor, hesitated but nodded. "All right, Dr. Carter, we'll dive. But be careful. We don't know what we're dealing with down there." Evelyn assembled a small team of divers, Jack, an experienced underwater engineer, and Clara, a marine biologist. The team suited up and prepared for their descent into the dark depths of the ocean. Chapter 2. The Descent *. The Nautica* dropped anchor as the sun dipped below the horizon. The eerie calm of the ocean surface contrasted sharply with the tension in the air. Evelyn and her team descended into the water, each of them tethered to the main ship by a thick safety line. The deeper they went, the darker it became. The water, once clear, was now a murky green, and visibility was minimal. The divers' lights cut through the gloom, casting long shadows on the seabed. Their suits bubbled with the sounds of their breathing as they pressed on, their hearts pounding with excitement. As they approached the coordinates marked on their sonar map, Jack called out, "I think I see something, it's huge." The shape of the ship slowly emerged from the darkness. It was unmistakable, the rusted remains of a once grand vessel, its masts broken, its hull scarred with the passage of time. The Eliza*. The team swam closer, marveling at the sight. The ship's upper deck had mostly collapsed, but beneath the waves, the ship's lower half was intact. Barnacles clung to the sides, and fish darted in and out of the wreck, unaware of the human presence. Evelyn's heart raced. This was it, the Eliza*. But as they circled the ship, a sense of unease settled over her. The ship was eerily silent. Too silent. She could feel the weight of history pressing down on her. "Let's explore inside," she said, trying to shake off the feeling of dread. Chapter 3. The Mystery Unfolds *. They entered the wreck through a gaping hole in the hull, where the wood had rotted away. Inside, it was like stepping into a tomb. Dust particles floated in the water, and old wooden beams creaked with the weight of time. But what caught their attention was the strange, unmistakable mark on the ship's walls, something that didn't belong. Jack shined his light on the carvings etched into the ship's timbers. They were intricate, almost ritualistic in nature. Symbols that resembled ancient runes, some of which Evelyn recognized from her studies on ancient maritime cultures. These symbols had no place on a typical merchant vessel. Clara, who had been studying marine life, swam closer to the hold and stopped dead in her tracks. "Look at this," she whispered, her voice filled with shock. In the dim light, Evelyn saw what Clara was pointing to, large, strange markings on the floor of the ship's hold. They resembled something like claw marks, deep gouges that tore into the wood. They were arranged in a pattern, almost as if something, or someone, had been trapped here. Before Evelyn could respond, there was a sudden thud from above, followed by a low groan that echoed through the ship. The water seemed to tremble with a strange energy. The team froze, unsure of what they had just heard. "We should head back to the surface," Jack said, his voice nervous. "Something's not right." But Evelyn wasn't ready to leave. "Not yet. Wait. We need to find out what happened here. This is history." Chapter 4: The Unseen Presence ***. They decided to explore further into the ship, though the tension among them was palpable. The deeper they ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. The air was heavy, as though the ship itself were holding its breath. They reached the captain's quarters. The room was eerily preserved, with the captain's desk still standing, papers scattered across it, and a few personal belongings left behind. Evelyn swam closer to the desk, her light illuminating a small, leather-bound journal. She reached for it, her fingers trembling as she opened it. The journal was filled with cryptic entries, but the final pages were the most chilling. The last few entries were written in haste, the handwriting almost frantic. The captain wrote about strange occurrences aboard the ship, sightings of figures in the shadows, and whispers that seemed to come from the depths below. Then, the last entry ended abruptly with the words, "We are not alone." Suddenly, the water around them grew colder. The team shivered in their suits, and the lights flickered. It was as though the ship had come alive. A sound, like a distant growl, reverberated through the water, sending a chill down their spines. Before anyone could react, a shadow moved across the wall, darting from one side of the room to the other. The team whirled around, but there was nothing there. No sign of movement. Yet, the pressure in the water increased, like something was watching them from the darkness. "We need to leave, now," Clara shouted, panic rising in her voice. Evelyn, however, was determined to uncover the truth. She swam to the doorway, but before she could reach it, a figure appeared in the doorway, faint, almost translucent, as if it were a ghost. The figure's eyes glowed faintly, and its mouth opened in a silent scream. Evelyn's heart stopped. The figure lunged toward them, but as quickly as it appeared, it vanished. "Go, go, go!" Jack screamed, grabbing Evelyn by the arm and pulling her toward the exit. Chapter 5: The Escape Asterisk. The team swam back through the ship's corridors, the eerie presence following them like a shadow. The growls grew louder, and the water seemed to grow colder with each passing second. As they finally reached the exit and ascended to the surface, Evelyn could hear the faint whisper of the ship's old creaking, as if the ship itself were mourning its past. When they resurfaced, gasping for air, Captain Reynolds rushed over. "What happened? What did you find down there?" Evelyn, breathless and shaken, could barely speak. Her mind raced with the images of the ghostly figure and the whispers. "There's something on that ship. Something we shouldn't have disturbed." The crew quickly hauled the team back aboard the Nautica *, and the ship pulled anchor, leaving the wreck behind. As they sailed away, Evelyn couldn't shake the feeling that the Eliza * was still watching them, its secrets still buried deep in the ocean. Chapter 6: The Aftermath *. Weeks passed, but Evelyn couldn't stop thinking about the ship. Her research had uncovered more about the Eliza *, and it became clear that it had been carrying precious cargo, valuable artifacts that were rumored to hold ancient powers. The strange markings, the ghostly figure, the whispers, all pointed to something far greater than anyone could have imagined. But no one believed her story. The authorities dismissed it as a result of underwater pressure and hallucinations. They labeled it as a ghost story. However, Evelyn knew the truth. The Eliza * was more than just a lost ship. It was a vessel cursed by its own secrets. And as for the ship, she knew that it was still out there, somewhere in the depths, waiting for the next unsuspecting explorers to uncover its mysteries. The end, or is it? The mystery of the ship remains unresolved. What happened on the Eliza *? Was it simply a ship lost to the sea, or is there something more sinister at play? No one can say for certain. But Evelyn's haunting experience has left her with one truth: some mysteries are better left buried. The end. Did you enjoy this story? Like the video and comment. Subscribe channel. See you the next video. Have a nice day.